Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of 30 Inks 30 Days. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today, we are looking at a dark blue ink from the Birmingham Pen Company. The Birmingham Pen Company Bowflower. Thanks go out to Gary and Kathy Scott for providing the sample for this review. Here is our comparison panel. This is a very dark blue ink. You can barely tell that there's any color in there. The ink swatch is very interesting. You can totally see that there's some pink in there, but not very much water resistance. Here is our toilet paper chromatography. You can definitely see that there is... oh, you can't really see it, but there's pink right there in the middle. Let me see if I can... yeah, there's definitely pink there in the middle. You're going to have to take my word for it. So... alright. And here is our toilet paper... and here is our ink painting of the day. Today's pen we'll be using the Lamy Studio with a Lamy broad nib. This is one I'm very particularly proud of. It definitely looks like an ice lake. Ugh, it's beautiful. Okay, let's do a little sample writing. Birmingham Bellflower. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Very nice, very nice. Actually, I'm going to remember that was in there. Let's see. So, lately I have been coloring this in this calendar. Today is I need this. Put a dark swatch in one corner so we can see the ink color. Here is our month looking so far. Very nice, very nice. Okay, let's do some paper review, shall we? This is the Pen and Gear memo book from Walmart.com. Where is my other finger cut? I know you're in here. You're hiding. Got you. Alright. This is the Pen and Gear memo book from Walmart.com. There's just the tiniest bit of feathering, a little bit of ghosting. Lightweight Traveler's notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Super lightweight Traveler's notebook paper. There's a little bit of spread and minimal, a lot of bit of ghosting. Field Notes Journal. Little bit of wiggle. Bled to the page. Fabriano Eco Qua. Moleskin 70 GSM. Seep to the page. Bled to the page. Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. A Yush 100 GSM paper. No real feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Leuchtturm 1917. No feathering, no bleeding, little bit of ghosting. Midori MD paper. No feathering, no bleeding, little bit of ghosting. 52 GSM Tomaway River. No feathering, no bleeding, little bit of ghosting. Cosmo Airlight 75 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, little bit of ghosting. Office Depot Office Max. Feather like a chicken. Bled to the page. The Jot Journal from the Dollar Tree. No real feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Marmon Nemosiny 80 GSM dot grid. Just the tiniest bit of wiggle, a little bit of bleed through right there, a little bit of ghosting. Oxford Optic Paper 90 GSM. Little tiny bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Caliber notebook paper. Caliber soft journal paper, I should say. No real feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Clairefontaine 90 GSM. No feathering. No bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. A little bit of spread. Come on. This thing is just... Here. A little bit of bleed, a little bit of spread, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Arch and Olive 160 GSM notebook. A little bit of spread, but no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Up and Up Wide Ruled Composition Book from Target.com. No feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. True Red Composition Book from Staples.com. Feather like a chicken. Bled to the page. Apica 81.4 GSM. No feathering. No bleeding. Barely any ghosting. Pelican. No feathering. A little bit of ghosting. Nanami 7C is 68 GSM Tomaway River. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Sunzun Tomaway River. My camera's like doing funny things. Alright, there we go. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. U-Style notebook paper. Tiniest bit of feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. CVS Caliber notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Alexa, stop. 5-star notebook paper. Feather like a chicken. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Pen and Care heavyweight notebook paper. From Walmart.com, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. There's just the tiniest bit of feathering, but no real bleeding, a little bit of heavy ghosting. Aqua B cross-section pad. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is the JNB copper plate graph pad from JohnNealBooks.com. Just the tiniest bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Rhodia dot pad 80 GSM. A little bit of feathering, but no bleeding, no ghosting. And Original Crown Mill 100 GSM paper. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Okay, let's do a comparison panel. See where this ink lies. It's going to be somewhere between a dark blue and a black. Okay. Let's see if this one is related to dark blues. Let's see. Looks good. Maybe a little bit more light. There we go. How's that? It says Birmingham Bellflower next to Roaring Klinger Isingala Salix. I am going to bump up the brightness just a little bit so you can see the differences in these really dark blues. Actually, that Isingala Salix is probably the closest one that we're going to find. Or Oxford Blue, maybe. Diamond Midnight is pretty close. This one's too purple. Diamond Michael is kind of, aka Lil Mickey, is kind of close. This one almost leans like purple. Diamond Bloody Brexit is kind of close. Monarca Cenote is kind of close. Private Reserve Midnight Blue is a little close. And that's it. Just for giggles and snorts, I want to look through the blacks to see if there's anything in here that might be close. Okay, this is definitely a blue. Sometimes they can sneak a very, very, very dark blue into the black situation. See, like, this is a very dark, dark purple. Actually, this one's this one's darker than this one, but the same type of color. Deep Dune Water Blau is kind of close. And even Diamond Eclipse is kind of close. Wow, what did you guys think about today's ink? You guys think of thoughts about getting this dark blue ink? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out my new website. Let me know what you think. Oops. Don't forget to check out my new website. Join the calligraphy course. Join the Discord. Save 10% off on your next order to Pen Boutique Bay, choosing the link in the description. That's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So, take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.